It's been a long time since I goofed on a morning routine YouTuber video. This used to be a very common trend on the site for a little while where people were just ravenous to learn what all of these successful people were doing every single morning. And it kind of died off for a little while. It's starting to make a bit of a comeback with TikTok being so brain dead that people think by following a successful person's morning routine it will mean they're destined for success too. So this fungus is starting to spread again like it's the Last of Us universe and we're just inundated with more bad morning routine videos. It's the same shit from back in the day. It's either overly strict fucking drill sergeant routines or just general advice as if they're your parents, like brush your teeth and moisturize your face. But the drill sergeant ones are the ones that do the best because it's what people think is part of a successful morning routine. It's kind of what they want to hear, so you'll see a lot of these pop up. You want to make $100 million this year, Buster? Well, you got to start getting up at 4 a.m. every single day, eat a handful of eucalyptus, go for a 3-mile jog, take a cold shower by 5 a.m. After your 5 a.m. cold shower, drink a chamomile tea, give yourself a coffee enema and a vitamin C suppository. Then and only then can you start thinking about the rest of your day. I'm just kidding, you douchebag. You forgot the most important part of the morning routine, guided meditation for at least 30 minutes. You need to switch into your mind palace. If anyone interrupts your mind palace time, kick them out of your life because they're toxic and they're going to prevent you from making hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just a bunch of nonsense, a bunch of hooey, but it's kind of just what people want to hear, so it was very popular for a while and it's starting to become popular again. Codyco just posted a video today goofing on one of these morning routine videos, and I think it is just the perfect example for the whole genre. It's called My Morning Routine That Made Me My First $100,000. So going into this, you're expecting it to be like very valuable information about a morning routine that's going to eventually make you money down the line somehow or set you up for success. But it's just actually nothing. It's like Squidward going into that room so he can be all alone. It's just fucking emptiness.
I'm Brett Maverick, and this is my ultimate morning routine for maximum productivity. So I usually wake up around 9 o'clock in the morning.
Immediately, this routine is completely useless to 99% of the population. They can just wipe their ass with this off rip, because by 9 a.m., most people who are working a normal job are already at that job working at 9 a.m. They can't just be getting up at that time. They'd be late and probably get fired for it. So right away, his morning routine is already a luxury that's afforded to him because he's already successful. Now, of course, you can still modify and adapt his morning routine to fit your individual schedule. Brett Maverick may be hibernating and sleeping until 9 a.m., real lazy bones, but you don't have to. You can still take this morning routine at Champions and started at like 7 a.m. or something. But it's still just really comical to me that actual step one of his morning routine is be successful so you can sleep until 9.
First thing I do in the morning is make my bed. I like to start with something productive because science shows that if you start doing something productive, you're much more likely to be productive throughout the day. Then I go out into my kitchen and start my coffee maker. Nothing fancy, but I find that 80 milligrams of caffeine in the morning is enough to get me going.
He is absolutely right about the making your bed to start the day off by like accomplishing a goal. That's actually something I talk about a lot. If you want to get your mind in a better place pretty quickly, set yourself some small goals that you can easily accomplish pretty quickly, just these little tasks to check off, because it actually does help like get your brain in a space to be more productive and just generally make you feel better. Just something about human beings, something in our DNA is hard-coded to enjoy accomplishing things, even things that we set for ourselves that are simple. It just helps. So that is a good way of starting the day, 100%. Of course, it's not guaranteed to help you figure out the secrets to making $100,000. You're not going to make your bed tomorrow morning and be like, Eureka! I've got it. I know exactly how I'm making 100 grand. I'm going to do a cryptocurrency rug pull. You know, it might help you figure out how to make a ton of money, but it's just something good to do regardless. Like, it's just going to help you no matter what.
Then I drink a huge glass of water. This is important because it lubricates your internal organs and activates your body's various systems.
I love that Brett starts describing water like it's some kind of mystical secret that nobody knows about. All right, listen here. I'm going to blow the lid off this. I got to keep my voice down a little bit. I start every morning by drinking something called H2O. It's this natural lubricant for your internal organs, and it activates your body's systems to help get them cooking. I highly recommend it. God damn it, Brett. We all know what water is and why it's good for us.
Then I go to my bathroom and trim my torso and face with my Manscaped trimmer to get rid of all that excess hair, because after all, it covers up the gains, am I right? Can't have that. Then I shave my face with a razor to get that close cut. I only do this about once every 3 days. Next, I hop in an ice cold shower. There's many benefits of this, such as it boosts your testosterone, your metabolism, and really it just helps wake you up. Nothing like an ice cold water to wake your ass up.
It's gotta be close to like 11 p.m. at this point. That's something Cody Ko also pointed out, but his morning starts at 9 a.m. And I don't think he instantly rolls out of bed. Pretty much nobody does, but even if he did, he'd still already be pushing it kind of here. Like, the day's starting to pass by pretty rapidly. You're manscaping yourself, you're shaving, you're setting your coffee up, you're chugging your glass of water, you're hopping in for a cold shower here, which usually are pretty quick. Most people don't sit there and, you know, bask in a cold shower. It's usually an in and out thing. And there are quite a few health benefits to it. I used to do cold showers occasionally. It's not some kind of, you know, panacea that's going to cure everything, and it's not some kind of, you know, crazy magic occult thing that's going to give you superpowers or some shit by doing it. But it is, like, generally good for you to do it occasionally, if not every day. But this video led me and pretty much everyone else to believe that this morning routine is what helped him make $100,000 to begin with. And right now, there's been nothing to indicate anything close to that. Right now, he's just going through the most normal shit ever at, like, a later time than most would do it. That's it. Like, if you follow this, you're not going to see any improved level of success at all. Like, maybe you feel a little bit better after a cold shower, or you feel a little bit better because you made your bed so you're not feeling like a slob or something, I guess. But I'm getting no valuable information here on making 100 grand or anything.
While I'm in there, I exfoliate my face. I only do this about once every week or every time that I shave, just to get rid of that excess dead layer and help that skin rejuvenation process. Put on deodorant, moisturize my face, and I like to just pat it in because if you go at your face aggressively, you can actually increase wrinkling. And then I put on an anti-wrinkle eye serum. Since I laugh so much, I gotta start early fighting those crow's feet, if you know what I'm saying.
That's just so beautiful. I have to start putting on some special cream for my eyes so I don't get wrinkles because I just laugh too much. I'm such a cheerful, whimsy guy. I just laugh too much that it actually might start affecting me, so I have to combat that early. It really is a problem that I'm so happy and cheerful all the time. I also love the way that he signs out of the mirror right there with a power move. He hits it with one of these. He should have done the full-blown finger guns, though, some of this. And then holster those puppies. And then you pull them back out. Do some fucking CSGO inspect animations on your finger guns. Do it again. And then you can go about starting the rest of your day. But again, it's probably close to noon by this point. He's doing so much. I feel like Brett Maverick doesn't do half of this shit. I think he probably just tried to emulate what all the other YouTubers were doing and just combine a lot of those elements here. Like, they always talk about moisturizing, cold showers, exfoliating, special eye creams, I guess. So he just takes all of it. He's like, fuck it, I'll just make an amalgamation of all of it.
Most important thing I do in the morning comes next, and this is the Wim Hof breathing exercises. What this consists of is 3 sets of deep breaths followed immediately by exhaling completely and holding for as long as possible. And then you breathe in and hold that for about 10 seconds. This fully oxygenates your cells and makes you feel more alive than you ever have before, I promise you. This is why the creator Wim Hof was able to beat multiple world records due to this technique.
At first I really thought he was just going back to bed. The most important part of the morning is when I go lay back down and go to sleep and doze off for another few hours. So the Wim Hof breathing technique is interesting. I'm very familiar with it, as well as Wim Hof and all of his achievements. It is a very cool thing, and from what I understand is actually pretty effective at certain things. But Jiminy Christmas, it's getting late. It's already probably afternoon by this point here, and there's still nothing that is helping teach people how they can start making money and being successful through a morning routine. And that's kind of the way the video is framed, with the title, The Morning Routine That Made Me My First $100,000. Again, the impression is that this morning routine's got some juicy secrets to it that's going to help set people up to make a lot of money and be successful like Brett Maverick was. But really, it's us just a fly on the wall watching Brett Maverick pretend that this is his morning routine every day. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't offer anything. Like, if it was just called, like, My Morning Routine, who cares? It's, like, super harmless, and the advice here is generally just pretty decent stuff that's good for your overall health. So it's not, like, hurting anybody, but it's just super misleading, because the $100,000 has nothing to do with the morning routine at all. He didn't start making $100,000 because he starts Wim Hof breathing every single morning while taking a cold shower and shaving his nipples or whatever. It just has nothing to do with anything in the video. So why is it there? Which is, it can be said for like most morning routine videos. You'll see these titles repeated a lot. As a multimillionaire, this was the morning routine that helped get me there. This morning routine made me my first $1 billion, that kind of shit.
Right after this, I meditate for about 10 minutes using a guided meditation app called Insight Timer. Once I'm done with my 10 minutes of meditation, I pick out the rest of my outfit for the day, and then I pick out some shoes and a watch and put on a little smell good spray. With my hair at this length, there's not much styling to do, but if I'm feeling it, I might put it up in a man bun. Not today. Finally, it's time to drink my coffee and take a look at my to-do list for the day and get to work.
And then you look at the clock, realize that it's 9 p.m. and it's time to hit the hay and do it all over again tomorrow after a nice crisp 12 hours of sleep. Because the whole day has fucking passed you by at this point. What an extraordinarily long morning routine here, and nothing even resembling productivity got accomplished. You still didn't even start the day until, well, shit, hours after you got up, I'm guessing, because this is a lot. This is a lot. The smell good spray, the picking out your outfit, the cold shower, the guided meditation, the Wim Hof breathing technique, anime arc, like, goddamn. And then, of course, like the 10-15 minutes you spend debating whether or not to do a man bun or not.
If you're wondering if I have breakfast, I don't. I don't because I do intermittent fasting to increase my metabolism and limit my calorie intake for the day.
Breakfast? We're talking about breakfast? That ship has long since sailed, brother. We're looking at like a late lunch, perhaps, or an early dinner at best. Like, realistically, this is a long morning routine that doesn't do a whole lot for you. I get the ones where it says like get up at 4 a.m. and then do certain things like go for a jog or whatever, and then you can start doing productive shit for the day. That makes a little more sense to me because nothing has really started at 4 a.m. so it's like extra credit basically. Like, I get that. There's not a whole lot of productive shit you can do at fucking 4 a.m. except very individual stuff like going for a jog or like cold showers and whatever. But when you start your day at 9 a.m. and then start doing shit like this, you're losing valuable time. Like, it's just cutting into the actual day where you're supposed to be being productive and making your $100,000 or whatever. So it's just, this one's a very odd one to me because it is actually just nothing. Like, there is nothing of value here. Even when you look at like his planning for the day, there's two things on there. Film a video, plan the next video. That's his whole $100,000 strategy. So literally it's be successful and continue to be successful by doing the thing that made you successful. That's it. It's not really advice, and it's not really a morning routine that's going to set any of his viewers up for success. You're basically just watching average guy, average morning routine, and that's it. Like, some of the stuff in here, again, is generally helpful stuff. Like, maybe someone watches this and like, oh, Wim Hof breathing technique sounds interesting. Maybe I'll try that. Or, you know, maybe a cold shower is a good way of waking up in the morning. That's all fine, dandy, and fun. But if anyone went into this actually hoping to learn something about, like, a morning routine that can help them be successful, this just doesn't really do anything. But anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you need talent or hard work to be successful in life. The Dobre brothers are living proof that neither of those things are required. It's been a little while since we've looked at the Dobre brothers, so let's go ahead and bring them in here for their checkup at Dr. Charlie's office, squeeze their balls and ask them to cough. Today we'll be watching another thrilling adventure with these four exciting brothers as they explore a $38 million mansion and decide whether or not they want to buy it and live there.
What's up, guys? We're back for another video. And today, we might potentially buy a new house. Not just a new house, a very beautiful, big, and brand new house.
I love the way that Cyrus there on the far left looks. Everyone else is dressed relatively normal, and then Cyrus comes out here looking like a Kingdom Hearts character. Everyone else is dressed relatively normal, but then he comes out here looking like Count Dracula. It's like he just heard Black Veil Brides for the first time and is going through a phase now. You have to almost appreciate the shamelessness when it comes to this family's ability to flex their wealth on everyone watching. They just rub their wealth in the face of all their viewers, and their viewers fucking love it. They just eat that shit up like milk and cereal. They just absolutely can't get enough of these Dobre brothers flexing on them. They have $37.9 million mansion in the title, so you know exactly how expensive it is. And then they kind of talk down to you like, it's not just a new house, it's a brand new house and a big house. Unlike that shit you're familiar with, you plebeians watching this living in your little fucking meth laboratory, crack shacks and whatever. It's nothing like that. You probably can't even picture the kind of house we're about to see, nor the money that's about to go into this.
Hi, Marcus.
Stefan.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Cyrus.
All right, Stefan, good to meet you.
I'm Darius.
Hi, Lucas. Nice to meet you.
Come on in.
Thanks for having us.
So first off, excuse the mess. They are doing a bit of a. They're changing up the top floor window.
No, Stefan, I will not excuse the mess. This place is a filthy fucking pigsty. It's a swamp. I thought this was supposed to be Beverly Hills, not Dagobah. What the fuck have you even brought the Dobre brothers into? $38 million and you present this decrepit cesspool of disease and grime? Have you lost your mind, Stefan? This is an inexcusable disaster. Unbelievable. I feel insulted even looking at this $37.9 million. My dirty little asshole it is, looking like this. Good lord.
So real quick, the specs are 12,000 square feet interior, but another 10,000 of exterior space with a decking. So when everything's opened up, it feels like a 20,000 square foot house plus.
I'm not the Dobre Brothers real estate manager. I'm no expert when it comes to real estate, but I'm just going to tell you, Dobre Brothers, 20,000 square feet, that's not nearly enough to contain your egos. You might want to just pass on this one right away. It is way too small for you boys. What are you trying to, you're trying to live in a little porta potty here? Only 20,000 square feet? You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be, this is outrageous, and it's even embarrassing to watch you guys even pretend to be interested in this little piece of shit.
Is that a real dinosaur?
Yeah, Allosaurus rex, 150 million years old. Not included with the house, it's an extra 1.5.
I couldn't even imagine being so rich that a house that I'm looking at has an actual fucking dinosaur fossil propped up in the living room. That's like some supervillain lair shit. That's Dr. Evil shit right there.
You can see all of LA through here.
Yo, we can set up like a foam pit and just jump off from there and make some crazy videos, you know? Yeah.
Whoa, calm down there, Cyrus. That's a little too wild and wacky. A foam pit and jumping into it? Are you kidding me? Bro, that's like illegal. That's too insane. You are too wacko mode. Like, you've got to be crazy. You have to be clinically insane. Like, you actually need to be thrown in Arkham Asylum. That is one of the most insane things I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. That is actually alarmingly crazy.
You could park your car in the living room?
Yeah. That's cool. Take your signature piece and put it right here.
Yeah, but why, Stefan? Why would I want to park my car in my living room? Unless I'm trying to kill the whole family with carbon monoxide poisoning or something, what could possibly be the point of parking a car in a living room? Maybe I just don't understand high rolling, but that just seems dumb.
That's right.
Multiple fire pits, one there, one here, one off the master, 2 more for the guests, which we'll show you in a second.
This is crazy, man. This is like, you got a view of everything right now.
I can't be the only one that thinks this pool looks terrible. It's more like a glorified slip and slide. It's just really long. But just look at the width. It's only like 3 feet across. It looks like a water ruler. There is absolutely no way you can jump into this thing, dive into this thing. All you could possibly do with this little pathetic excuse for a pool is swim laps from end to end claustrophobically. There's absolutely no wiggle room for any type of actual fun pool activities. You could only swim from end to end and it'd be like the walls closing in around you because there's absolutely no space on the sides here. There is no width.
Yeah, it's like your own dealership, you know?
And when you drive up, you can see the cars through your windows here, which is nice. Presents very well.
This will be good for our Dobre Cars channel too.
Big shouting out to the Cars channel, really smooth and suave. I mean, hey, look at that showroom right there. You could have 1 million cars in there, 15,000 naked women, like it's got everything you could want, and at only a modest price of $37.9 million. I mean, it's a steal. They're fucking giving the house away.
This is the closet?
Yeah.
Yo, this is the best closet I've ever seen in my life.
And you got skylights that are in the natural light, because you know sometimes you put something on and with the fluorescent lighting or whatever, it doesn't quite show as well.
Yeah, that closet is huge. It's absolutely massive. It looks like the inside of a bank vault. It reminds me of that scene in Men in Black 2 when they go to the apartment and you see all the futuristic weaponry in like a whole separate room. That's how futuristic and massive this room looks. Don't know what you need all that space for, but god damn it, it's there.
I like it. It's nice. This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a hotel.
Yeah.
Last leave elevator wins $10,000.
Yeah.
That's a Dobre Brothers challenge. 24 hours overnight in an elevator.
Calm the fuck down, Cyrus. These ideas are too lit. Someone else that can afford a $38 million mansion with an elevator inside of it is going to steal them. You can't just give away the Krabby Patty secret formula. I can't believe you're just giving away this gold, this genius. Spending 24 hours in an elevator, has it ever been done before? Can it even be done? Does the science even allow such a thing to happen? Like, it's fucking crazy. Last to leave the elevator wins $10,000. Like, that could even go longer than 24 hours. Like, holy shit. This man is an actual genius, a pioneer, a visionary. I can see who the mastermind is behind the Dobre classics, like making slime in a bathtub. Like, damn, this guy has got some banging ideas.
All right, you guys ready for the coolest feature?
Yeah.
Check out this hidden wall.
Would have been a wild twist if there was just a bunch of fucking bodies on meat hooks in there or something, just like body parts tumble out of the fake wall when Stefan opens it.
You punch in your code, beep, 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 beep. And it's a full-on safe room.
I feel like Iron Man right now, bro.
What you doing where you lock your brother in?
Let me out.
Stefan, are you serious right now? Tossing ideas to the Dobre brothers? What? You want to be a Dobre brother that badly? You want to be the fifth Dobre? And that's the kind of idea you're bringing to the plate? That's what you're coming up here with? That's your fire? It's fucking genius! Can you believe it? Trapping a brother in the safe room? That's a fucking banger, Stefan. You might want to just give up real estate and join the Dobre brothers full time. Like, that right there, that would pop off.
Yeah, it's a home, it's a private club.
The doors are actually motion censored by my hand.
Anytime, let us
What
know.
was the listing price?
37,950, 37,950,000.
Cool, we'll take a look at our options.
And there you have it. We may see Dobre brothers move into this thing. I don't know. It seems like a little bit of modest living for them. I think it's a bit beneath them, and it's only $37.9 million. So they're really just trying to be a bit frugal with their spending, which I think that's a good example to set for their young audience. Like, hey, it's not always about the money. Sometimes it's about the character of a house. You know, because they could easily afford like a $1 billion house, even. They could live on the fucking space station if the Dobre brothers wanted to. Like, there's nowhere they can't live, and they're choosing this. It's almost inspirational, to be honest. And what a piece of shit, right? Like, that house looked terrible. I mean, that's a gross-looking house, you know? I wouldn't want to spend $38 million on that. I mean, that's garbage. That's a bunch of garbage. That's about it. So yeah. Nothing gets my penis harder than seeing someone's father nearly drown, which is why I was more than ecstatic to click on the Dobre brothers' newest unscripted savage reel prank, Dad Wakes Up in a River. Let's go ahead and tune in.
Mom.
Are you hooked yet? I know I sure am. Nothing gets my engine revved up like seeing that dance move.
So our dad is sleeping in that pool house down there, and we're gonna put him in the lake. Let's go. In the lake, in the river.
In the river, Pucci.
A little bit of a humble brag right there. Oh yeah, our daddy's sleeping in our 4th pool house, 10 acres that way, next to our 3rd mansion. Hey, don't forget to smash that like button and share this video with your savage friends in the daycare so we can continue to afford this place. I also really like this prank idea. Our dad's sleeping. Let's drown him. I got your next prank here, Dobres. This one's free of charge. There's no copyrights on this one. So when your dad goes to take a shit, make sure he uses a toilet that you've rigged with C4, and then you blow it up. I already see a title. Our dad took a poopy, and we blew him up. Gone wrong. Shit would be lit.
Yo, I gotta go get earmuffs.
Alright, so he doesn't wake up?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll meet you inside.
Alright.
You know, boys, I don't think your mom was the right choice for this stealth mission. If this was a Splinter Cell game, a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell title, that would be a fucking game over right there. She just threw the basketball at the rim like a fucking grenade. You're very lucky your dad didn't wake up here. What are the odds that he was able to sleep through that thunderous blast when she beamed it at the basketball hoop? You gotta be smarter here. You really do. It's a high-stakes mission. Well, spit in my dick hole, can you believe that good luck? Not only did he not wake up after the wife was damn near slapping him in the fucking face with the shooting range earmuffs, but he also turned over to help her get the other earmuff on the ear that she couldn't get to. That is a divine sign. That is God himself saying, drown this motherfucker. And don't even give me that tinfoil conspiracy theory bullshit where the dad's in on it. Yeah, okay, and wrestling's fake, right? That is a man who is so clearly asleep, most likely having wet dreams of Riley Reid's spread butthole. This right here was nothing shy of a miracle. The Dobre brothers out here making some fucking miracles happen. An amazing stroke of good luck right there with that series of unfolding events. Yeah, that dance move never fails to make me laugh. I'm glad they keep doing it. I think their dad's dead. I think he's just fucking dead there. He's such a heavy sleeper, it's crazy. What a savage sleeper. Maybe they drugged him. They should retitle the video, Dad OD'd on Xanax. Now we're dumping the body in a river. What the fuck? I guess they're just padding for time now, so they're doing a little Street Fighter type of deal here, a little impromptu thespian drama club combat course. I don't fucking understand what this is. Fucking knew it. Rest in peace, Dobre Sr. The man died 2 deaths. A real, actual life death, and then the second death being stuck in a Dobre Brothers video. Now they've thrown the body into the fucking hearse here. They've turned the pickup truck to a hearse. This is just goddamn depraved. This is sickening.
Go, Mom.
I wonder if Big Daddy Dobre does his own stunts here. The man is a fucking machine. He doesn't even know what fear is. The only thing running through his bloodstream, pumping through his veins, is courage and bravery. Let's take for a second and assume that this prank was real, which obviously it's not, but let's say it was. He'd 100% wake up on the truck, and when he did, he'd probably freak out, fly out the back, and snap his neck. What a fucking prank. The last time he was ever seen again. Fucking sick stuff, really. The Dobre brothers are evil. Luckily, these fucking idiots videotaped the crime, so I'm sure they'll be charged very soon with getting rid of that body. Honestly, though, the video just ends the way you'd expect. The dad, you know, all of a sudden wakes up. Oh, what in tarnation is this? Oh, you darn kids, you got me again with this prank. Hey, can you like and favorite that video, please? Share it around with your friends. That's how they all go. More high-quality content that we've come to expect from the Dobre brothers. See ya. I'm sure you've all heard the expression, fake it till you make it. But today I want to take a look at what happens when all you do is fake it without ever making it. You end up like this loser we're about to take a look at today. A guy who has become a complete parody of self-confidence, but without any level of self-awareness. He portrays himself as an extremely successful, extremely rich guy that would have no problem at all stealing your wife right out from under your nose. It's beautiful stuff that he talks about.
Take you, for example, and me, and we both pull up, and we go to your girl. Odds are, I'm gonna take that bitch. If you compared me to you, you're not gonna win that battle.
Bro's out here rocking that man-dark body type and acting like he, for some reason, be able to take your girl just because he rolled up in a rented McLaren. This guy's entire personality is money. He's like a real-life Mr. Krabs, but with even skinnier arms. So he believes because he has money that he's entitled to women and women find him irresistible. You can tell by looking at him this was no jock in high school. This wasn't exactly the prom king. Yet he pretends that he is now. He talks about how successful his businesses are now. He has a 9-figure business. He has all of this money. Though I don't necessarily take him at his word because I just don't believe a fucking word this guy says.
So the next time you think that your girl's on lock, I got the keys to the castle, motherfucker.
I have no doubt he spent hours trying to cook up that finishing line right there. The keys to the castle. Now, why I don't believe him about the success of his business is because the only thing he shows that's worth money is his car, the McLaren. He's made like 1,000 shorts about how much money he spends filling up a McLaren's tank, or how often he drives his McLaren, and that is the only thing worth a lot of money that he's ever shown, at least that I've seen. So that leads me to believe that it is 100% rented, or he really dumped all of his money into that one vehicle in order to portray himself as a successful businessman. He did a little house tour, and it's very humble living. It's a nice place, but it's not exactly like a super mega mansion you would expect someone with a 9-figure business to own. And he's not wearing a ton of ice or anything like that, and he's clearly a guy who loves to flex because he's always talking about his wealth and his success, yet the only thing you can ever see from that is that McLaren. Now this may be like a tinfoil hat conspiracy, but I truly just think he either rents it for these videos or, even more depressingly, drained all of his finances to make that big purchase with that belief that this car would be enough to convince people that he has a lot of money. Like, he specced all of his points into delusion here and is just letting it rip. Like, this McLaren means I'm successful. I gotta fake it till I make it. This is how I do it.
Ah! Here's why the gym does not matter. I'm tired of guys that are like, oh, you know, I'm going to the gym, I'm trying to get fit. I feel like I have pretty decent tone.
Did douchebag Slender Man get you with that jump scare in the beginning? So this is his rant about why going to the gym makes you a fucking idiot. Because he's skinny and insecure, so you going to the gym is offensive to him. It's pretty pathetic. You don't want to go to the gym, that's fine. Buddy's out here built like 2 french fries duct taped to an uncooked spaghetti noodle. And if you're happy with your body there, that's absolutely fine. But why shit on people that are going to the gym? He makes a whole rant about why it's stupid to do it, which is laughable.
I don't need to go to the gym, because you pull up to the gym making less than 10K a month, pulling up in your bullshit fucking Corolla, and I pull up in my McLaren. It's not even a contest, dude. No one gives a fuck about your muscles. Most of the guys that go to the gym, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're fucking stupid. All that pre-workout that you're taking is making you more stupider.
So unless you're making over 10K a month, you don't have the right to go to the gym? Like, he's not even making a point. Like, he's not even saying, like, the time you spend in the gym, you could be spent learning how to drop ship things from Alibaba. Like, he's not even, like, trying to make some kind of point. He's just like, you're stupid for going to the gym because you're making less than 10K a month. He actually sounds like he's about to cry. You're stupid with your dumb muscles, dumb muscle man. Like, what in the crazy insecurity are you going through right now to think that this was a good idea?
Here's why you gotta break up with your girlfriend if you're not making 6 figures a year. Brutal honest truth is that girls need a man who can protect and provide for them. If you're not making at least 10K a month, how the fuck are you gonna protect and provide for your girl?
Man's out here boofing crazy pills. You don't need to be making 10K a month in order to protect your girlfriend. You have absolutely no meat on your bones whatsoever. The only foe you're equipped to handle is if the gingerbread men from Shrek tried to attack your girl, then maybe you could fend them off. But everyone above the age of 18 and weighing more than 100 pounds, it's going to be a tough tussle. And making more than 10K a month doesn't enable you to magically protect her better. If someone's making a ruckus and you're trying to stop whatever's going on, the amount of money you have isn't going to do anything for you. You can't just be like throwing money at it like, get away from her, you scallywag. She's with me and I make more than 10K a month. Here's money. Like throwing it all over the place to get them away. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's just pure delusion. Now, I guess, like, he's not wrong. If you make more money, you can provide more, I suppose. But what the fuck does that have to do with anything? So if you don't make 100K at least a year, break up with your girl.
It's cool that she's sticking with you right now because you're trying to build yourself. But at the same time, if some guy like me comes up and gets in the way, she's gonna choose me over you because I can provide more. In this feast or famine world, women will always pick the best case scenario because they don't want to get hurt. And you being broke as fuck definitely hurts.
What hurts more than being broke is being broke but pretending you're not, like this guy. It's so... I don't know if he actually believes the shit he's selling or if it's only to try and get people to, like, sign up to courses or anything like that. I'm really not sure if he actually, like, loves the smell of his own farts or if it all is an act. I couldn't tell you. Either way, it's to further the goal of making money off the back of desperate people who see this and think that this guy is actually super successful and is trying to give them the secrets to success. It's all just another guru scam, but... I find him particularly entertaining because he's doing the bare minimum. He didn't even bother to invest in his own body to look the part, so he's not in good shape. He didn't bother to even really pretend to have a lot of money aside from that McLaren that he shows from time to time. And he's just saying things that other gurus say. And I don't know if he's actually found real success. I know he has quite a bit of botted engagement that I've seen online, at least as of everything I've been able to research from it. But other than that, I don't know if anyone even believes his act. I would be surprised if they did, because he's very bad at it. Also, just to explain why there's driving underneath his video, it's because it's a TikTok thing where everyone needs perpetual stimulation, constant jingling keys, so for any video where it's talking, they play like Subway Surfers or anything engaging a game underneath to keep viewers' attention. It's pathetic. TikTok has absolutely rotted brains where people need like absolute activity at every single moment. They can't just listen to talking on there.
So if you always wondered what dating an entrepreneur looks like, this is what the fuck it looks like. I don't cook, I don't clean, I got whiteboards all over the place. My setup's there, this is like my sanctuary. No one fucks with me here. As far as a fridge, it's pretty fucking awful. So I got beer, Happy Dads, Gatorade, oh dude, Bel Air bottle, champagne. I got these Dunkin' Donut iced coffees, and then for dinner I'll go to the pier and like have dinner. I will never fucking cook. This will never be used. I don't even know why I have a fucking mitt.
And here's the look at the house I mentioned. It's clearly a cozy spot. It's a nice house. It's not a super elaborate house. This is not a mega mansion or anything like that. So if he's a super successful 9-figure guy who loves to flex everything, why would he be living in a house like this? It doesn't make any sense. That doesn't really track. I also love the whole whiteboard thing. He probably watched one video on like, it's important to write down your goals or whatever as an entrepreneur. So he bought like 9 whiteboards and hung them all up and filled them with gibberish nonsense. I tried zooming in on the frame where it focuses on a whiteboard, but I couldn't make it out because his handwriting looks like he wrote it while he was getting hit by an earthquake. So it's completely illegible for the most part. But I'm pretty sure one of them was agility. And he had a check mark next to it, meaning he must have done like agility drills, I suppose. I could be reading it incorrectly, but I'm almost positive it said just agility on one of them. Maybe it's like RuneScape goals and he's like skilling right now, so he's working on agility and he checked it off once he got like a certain amount of XP. I don't know. Very goofy regardless though.
Here's just a couple of signs that your girlfriend might be cheating. Number one is she's not texting you as readily as you've used to.
Easiest way to tell if your girl is cheating is, did she ever find that you bought this guy's course? If she did, she's absolutely cheating. No doubt. And you deserve it. Why the fuck would you buy a course from a guy like this? It's so embarrassing. Like he actually just went to like WikiHow and just started copying articles on like how to tell if your girl is cheating. 7 life hacks for that. And then he just starts regurgitating them here. But anyway, I could go on and on. There's so many embarrassing shorts he's made, but there's no reason to just keep going over it. I just wanted to showcase some of his better ones here and talk about it a little bit. That's about it. So yeah. I'm sure you've all seen this clip by now. This video has over 600 million views on just this one post on Twitter for it. It's probably in the billions of views in total now, and it has spawned a ton of copycats and a ton of memes around it. It is unbelievable how huge this has gotten. This is 2025's Harlem Shake right now, with people dunking their head into water bowls because of that video, which I'll show you in a minute if you haven't seen it, but I need to let you all know you've been Schmeckeldorfed. Just like a game of ranked jerkmate in this household, you have been played. But before breaking the magician's code and telling you what I mean, I'll go ahead and show you the video, in case any of you haven't seen it. But I'd be surprised if you haven't at this point. This is up there with fucking Gangnam Style in terms of views right now. I have to interrupt real quick. I actually cannot fight the urge to clown on it, and that is the power of the Ashton Hall morning routine brand. And this is what I mean by you have all been played like a fiddle by this guy. You are literally eating out of his shaved asshole by making fun of him, and thus so am I. It's like a buffet of butt, and I can't help it. It is so over the top and so stupid that people cannot fight the urge to comment on it and make fun of it, which is exactly what his whole channel is dedicated to. I found Ashton Hall like a month and a half ago from one of these morning routine videos, and I went to his page, and all of them are just like this, but with slight little variations and tweaks. But the whole idea behind them is to get people engaged where they make a comment insulting him or making a joke about him, so that way it drives up the views, they share it with their friends so they can all collectively point and laugh at him. He's like The Room, but if The Room was a person with these morning routines. That's the whole point of his content. So he has copped a huge W with this blowing up because it's exactly what he wants. He wants people to make fun of him for these things. I don't think there's anyone out there that thinks these are real, like he actually does these things. He doesn't. He's not getting up at 3:50 a.m. to do 5 sets of wackiness and a little bit of tomfoolery at 4 a.m. And he knows nobody will believe it. That's the whole point. He wants people to just engage with it, making fun of it. And the idea is that the people that are making fun of it will spread it. And of those people that see this content, some might take a deeper dive into Ashton Hall and maybe get his coaching. So it turns into a money-making, business-generating venture by just being the clown that people will laugh at for these morning routine videos. It's super smart.
So we're gonna be serious about the Lord's business.
That dunking his head into the bowl of water is his signature move. That is his fucking Rasengan. You will find that in pretty much every TikTok he has posted that I've seen for these routines. He does that shit like 50 times a day. He's always fishing for excuses to put his head into an ice-cold bowl of water. About to do some business? You know that head's going into a bowl of water. About to play some games over Discord with the boys? Yep, head's going into a bowl of water. You'll hear the bubbles over the mic. Goes to the gas station to fill up his car? He's probably got a bowl of ice water prepared on the passenger seat just waiting for him. Like, tea bags don't get dunked into water as much as this man's head does. Like, it's unbelievable how many videos I've seen of him putting his head into a bowl of water. So that's become like his biggest brand image at this point. This was another big moment during the morning routine where he defies our understanding of physics. He gets into the air at 7:36 a.m. during his dive into the pool, but doesn't hit the water until 7:40 a.m. Man traveled through space and time while he was up there. Dude had fucking levitate like it was Pokemon. So it's very obvious again that it's just random times he's putting there. None of this is real, and that's the whole point. It's shit like that that works so well to getting people engaged with it.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000. Thank you.
You hate to be a bowl of water who sees Ashton Hall walking towards you, because you know your shit's about to get dunked on. So he gets his second bowl of water dunk in there right before conducting an important business call saying they need to get at least 10,000. Of course, that's also another huge meme that's come from this morning routine with that line right there. It's just mumbo jumbo. It's not even real business or anything. It's just, he just says something that sounds like it resembles business in some way. Like, oh no, we're going to need at least 15,000 quarks worth. Bare minimum. Otherwise graph going to go down, bell curve, which not going to, everything's going to, supply and demand. You know, that kind of thing. And it is something he has put there on purpose. He's a fucking online coach. There's nothing he's doing that's 10,000 of anything, except for like 10,000 suckers that might buy it or something. Another big part of this was the banana peel. So him rubbing the banana peel on his face. That is another thing he does in some other videos where he has moments like that that are just so silly that you can't help but be like, what the fuck? That's what I'm saying. He places these like booby traps in there where it's like really absurd, over-the-top goofiness that he put in there knowing full well people are going to just make fun of it. He doesn't do these things. You think Ashton Hall sits down in front of his laptop, dunks his head into a bowl of water and says, need 10,000, ASAP, 10,000, I gotta be at least 10,000. No, of course not. He's not getting up at 3:50 a.m. either. He's not. No shot. All the videos he posts are just supposed to be like engagement bait posts. And this genre of like the alpha male morning routine is extremely popular, so it's hard to stand out in it. It's very saturated. I've made content covering that kind of garbage for years now. Ashton Hall found something very smart. In that branch of content, he has become the weirdo of it, which is very lucrative to be. He has the silliest morning routine of the alpha male space. So obviously he's going to get a lot of eyes for that, and it works really well. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this real quick because I keep getting asked if I've seen this morning routine. Not only have I seen it, I saw it over a month ago. I'm fucking 2 steps ahead of Ashton Hall here. I already saw it. It's just, I didn't make anything on it because I thought it was pretty obvious that it's engagement bait. Like, it's no different than a lot of the shit you see on Twitter from the blue check marks that are farming rage bait, because it's lucrative. And it's truly a don't hate the player, hate the game type of situation here. I really think what he's doing is very smart, and I have no doubt over the last like 4 or 5 days, however long this has been blowing up for, he has seen an astronomical boom to business. I imagine he is killing it on the back end as a result of all of the memes and everyone making fun of him. So, huge W for him in all of this. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to briefly talk about it. That's it. So yeah. I don't think I've ever looked at an extremely wealthy person and thought to myself, damn, I feel bad for them. Until today. I found this absolutely pathetic turbo virgin douchebag on TikTok who apparently has a ton of money, but is extremely insecure, and it just comes across as the saddest shit I've seen in my life. And I thought I'd share at least a little bit of this guy with you.
Alright, so since y'all keep talking shit, I'm going to rub more of my opulent lifestyle in your faces.
This is an actual person, by the way. He looks like Gary Vee going through a phase. This guy looks like a GTA Online character that's being controlled by a 13-year-old, and his house looks exactly the same as that. Like, it's an actual middle schooler's fantasy for shit they'd think is cool. He's trying so hard to make it look like he's not trying at all. He's doing that generic rich asshole thing where he just puts a gun out on a counter during his tour. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. How embarrassing. It looks like my AK-47's just sitting out in the open. Oh, goodness gracious. But that doesn't even look like a real AK-47. It looks like a prop. It looks like something he got out of Party City. Shit looks like it's made out of chocolate. It could be real, I suppose, but I think what's more likely there is he asked his mom if he could go buy a gun for his video, and he just went to the nearest Walmart and got whatever toy he could find.
I'm gonna give you a tour of just one room of my grandiose two-story penthouse in paradise. It's basically like Fifth Avenue with one of the best Caribbean Ocean views you'll ever see.
What a lovely picture behind him. An American Psycho reference, obviously, but what an incredible photo shoot. His sister worked really hard that day to set that one up for him. Just to really give the impression to anyone that comes over that this guy has sex, but once you meet him, you'll know for sure he doesn't.
Alright, and for those of you who say I rent my shit, yeah, I'm sure the guy that I rented my place from put these two $50,000 mirrors perfectly aligned on the wall so that I could put a 7-foot self-portrait of myself perfectly in between them.
Yes, this guy's got thousands of fucking self-portraits of himself all over the place. That's his big thing. Just art of himself everywhere. I'm sure his toilet even has pictures of his face on it, so that way he's always eating your ass out. But the thing is, I can't find too much information about how he made his money, so I'm led to believe that he's just a trust fund kid who's grown up but has never really experienced anything in the world, so this is what he thinks is cool. I don't know for sure, because I really thought going into this it was satire, but the more I've watched from this guy, the more I believe that this is just him. This is genuinely what he is and what he's become. Now, admittedly, I didn't look that hard into his background. I just watched his TikToks to laugh at them. So maybe he actually did make money somehow, like scamming through NFTs or crypto or something. It's possible, but I think what's most likely is his money just comes from his parents.
Dumb. Look at this. This is 3,000 square feet. One room, 3,000 square feet of pure chic opulence. That's bigger than most of y'all's houses, I'm sure. Or 3 times the size of mom's basement you live in.
Ooh, hear that, basement dwellers? You just got fucking chatted on a little bit. I also love that he starts this, since you all are talking shit and hurting my feelings, I'm gonna cry on camera by pretending like my life has meaning with this money that I didn't earn. Like, he literally starts the video like, since you're making me feel bad, I'm gonna try and flex, and it still doesn't make me feel any less bad, but maybe it'll make you not feel cool too, asshole.
Look at this. Look at this Calcutta marble. It's 100G of marble between that wall installation and my dining table. And that chandelier, that'll run you about the cost of 2 entry-level Mercedes-Benzes. So, if you want to keep talking go ahead. F you. I give 0 fucks.
Yeah, this looks and sounds like a guy who gives 0 fucks. Literally comes on here whining and crying about talking shit, so he tries to flex. Yeah, you really don't care, big guy.
Alright, little advice for all you TikTok trolling minion clowns, who in your language don't pull. Bitches love hot tubs. Especially decadent ass motherfucking hot tubs like this. Look at this.
Yeah, this guy speaks like he just learned what cussing is, and those girls look extremely happy to be there, the way they're just rubbing up all on him. They are enamored right now. They're hypnotized by this man's wealth and suave badassness. That's like his bio. He says how much of a badass he is. It's really pretty embarrassing shit. This man is the embodiment of cringe, if cringe also came with a couple $1 million from daddy. So he keeps suckling on his parents' tits and milking them for all they're worth for these TikTok videos here. And he's obviously paid these women to be here. You can tell by the way they're acting. This isn't like normal. This is a shoot. This is a fucking shoot, and they're paid for like 45 minutes of their time. I always find that to be the most embarrassing shit about these kind of people that try and flex wealth. The women they put in their videos is always very clearly people they have paid to be there. How is that not extremely embarrassing? That you had to pay women to be around you for your videos.
Questioning my legitimacy and overall badassness.
So I felt the need, of course, to retort in kind. Right now, I'm sitting on a $12,000 chair.
That's another thing that's always bothered me about these rich people videos, is that they can just make up prices for shit whenever they want, and you have no way of really proving it wrong. But I bet that's not a $12,000 chair that his swamp ass is sitting on. That's probably one of those like really cheap chairs that you can find at Halloween stores once a year that they use for decorations outside.
I'm sitting in front of my mugshot, painted on bullets. It's pretty cool. You may ask yourself, why the does this guy have this? Why does he have it? Well, the answer is number one, because I can, and number two, because I'm badass as I am the game.
My man here is the opposite of the game. This guy had to pay women to be around him. Now, it does look like he has money, so the first one is true. He has it because he can. The second one, though, I don't think there's a single person alive that would consider this guy badass. He is literally crying on TikTok in almost every video about people being mean to him. So his response to that is flexing wealth on him that he may or may not have made himself. Again, I don't know for sure. But that doesn't strike me as something a badass would do. And something that a badass would absolutely never do is call themselves badass as fuck. That's like Borderlands writing. Jesus Christ. Also, you've probably seen the necklace that he's wearing. It says S my C. It's suck my cock. The guy made a custom sterling silver suck my cock necklace. So this is a guy who is beyond insecure. He probably reads every comment, and any one of them that's not sucking his cock is considered a negative comment and probably takes a large toll on his mental health. He is probably not in the right frame of mind to be on TikTok, since most people on there are just making fun of him. It's a really sad thing, honestly. And it just goes to show, maybe money can't buy happiness. That's about it. So yeah. Today I want to talk about a popular trend on YouTube. I've actually touched on it before. It's those morning routine videos from rich people that are supposed to be like almost motivational, but usually are just used as a vessel to promote their newest product line that's coming out. So I want to talk about one in particular here that I think serves as a good example for all of them. This is the daily routine of a 24-year-old CEO. And just in case you didn't hear me, this is a 24-year-old CEO, and you best not forget it. This man, this 24-year-old CEO, is CEO of 5 companies. And out of the goodness of his heart, he's granting us permission to take a sneak peek into his day-to-day life. His near celestial existence. We, as spectators, get to come in and observe and learn from him. He's allowing us to suckle on his bosom. Nay, he is grabbing us by our unworthy skulls and placing it on his nipples to suckle. And believe it or not, we are truly blessed. He's giving us a sneak preview of his upcoming product lines.
One of my favorite ideas that I've ever heard was the thought of doing today what others aren't willing to do, so I can do tomorrow what they can't.
Meet Jose, the man your girlfriend is fucking in her dreams. Jose is a 24-year-old CEO, if you can believe that, and we're about to see what it's like to go on a date with him, because this is definitely not a fucking day-to-day routine, because he's shirtless half the time, and it feels like he's trying to get my dick out of my pants. I really feel like this video should have been what it's like to date a 24-year-old CEO. And spoiler alert, it looks like a fucking headache. This man is so full of cliches, and he just comes across as super disingenuous, especially when the majority of this is just centered around his new Essentials line of clothing or some shit like that.
One of my best wins in the morning is waking up at 5 a.m. In my opinion, it gives me a head start, allows me to outwork my competition and get more things done before it's even work hours. Throw on my Essentials muscle tee and I'm out.
Excuse me, did you catch that? His Essentials muscle tee? If you don't have that, you're not copping wins in the morning. You get up at 4 a.m., but if you don't have an Essentials muscle tee, you're fucking losing, baby. The competition's out there beating the shit out of you because they got Essentials muscles tee.
I hate running and I hate morning workouts. I do both. This is a great way to callous the mind and start your day off with the win.
Jose just can't stop winning in the morning, baby! He's going for a morning jog. He's going for a morning workout. He doesn't touch on it in the video, but I'm sure while he's going for that jog, he's closing 7-figure deals on his laptop, so he's making use of that time. No time is going to waste, but he still probably finds time to help old ladies across the street, because you gotta cop those big W's, baby.
This is a great way to get my adrenaline pumping. Now that I'm awake, I'll hop in the shower. I prefer to use cold water. It's better than a cup of coffee. It wakes you up instantly, and it's actually good for your skin.
You can catch a sneak peek of the cameraman in the reflection there. Could be his brother, could just be an 18-year-old kid who was just looking for a quick buck, so posted an ad on Craigslist and Jose hit him up. Kid had no idea what he was in for. I wouldn't be surprised if Jose got totally nude for that shower shot. Cameraman was probably like, hey Jose, we're only doing torso up, you don't need to get naked. No, fuck that. Here's a CEO lesson for you. No half-assed measures. I'm going full cock out, even if it's not on camera.
As an entrepreneur, I own a lot of brands, 5 of them to be exact, each of them requiring a lot of time, attention, and care. Most would find just building one brand to be nearly impossible, so the thought of having 5 sounds insane.
When I heard him say that, I damn near shit my trousers. I couldn't believe it. I was blown back into my chair. 5 brands! It truly does sound impossible, and yet, thanks to the power of cold showers and an early morning jog, Jose is able to do it with ease.
But with good time management, I'm actually able to balance everything perfectly. Now it's time for lunch. Eating clean, this is something that I live by. I preach about it all the time. Health is wealth. If you want to perform right, you gotta feed your body with the proper fuel.
This is a truly riveting daily routine. He gets up, he jogs, he showers, and he eats. Why the fuck didn't I think of that? Shit, if only I had come up with these ingenious solutions to wealth, I could have 5 brands by now, god damn it. And now, frankly, I'm just mad that he shared the Krabby Patty secret formula with the world.
You see guys, your time, it's money, which means it's valuable. This is why I don't like to waste time, and instead I multitask, so while I eat, I like to do my tedious tasks, like answering emails.
What is this man? Nay, this god. He's able to eat and answer emails? Oh, Jesus Christ! Science said it couldn't be done! And yet Jose's proved him wrong yet again. As he said in the beginning of the video, do what can't be jerked off yesterday with what I can fuck today, or some fucking profound garbage like that. It's incredible. It's incredible, groundbreaking stuff. I looked into this because I got curious. This whole video is a promotional video for his essential brand or whatever. This video alone, he claims to have generated $1 million worth of sales for his essential brand. Now, I'm no 24-year-old 5-brand CEO or anything, but I can say with a high degree of certainty, you're not gonna get fucking rich by buying his essential muscle tees. That's just not gonna happen. You're immediately doing it wrong. The video is supposed to teach you how to get wealthy, and you're immediately throwing fucking wealth away to make him wealthier. You've done the exact opposite of what you were trying to do by watching this motivational video. So if you bought essential muscle tees thinking that you were gonna get Jose's life because you fucking did that, you're an idiot.
Now it's time for my evening workout. My brand image is everything, so keeping my body in shape is crucial. If that means hitting the weight room 6 times a week, so be it.
2 workouts in a single day? Jose, you've gone mad.
Now I like to focus on compound movements. Being that I was a scrawny, lanky kid just a few years ago, these help me pack on about 30 pounds of muscle. Now what that means for you is that whether you're overweight or scrawny yourself, you could do it too. There's no excuse.
Well, actually, there is an excuse, Jose. Not everyone is a super wealthy elite douchebag. The gym membership's pretty expensive for a lot of people, and compound lifts, a lot of them require access to weights that not everyone's going to be able to find for a cheap price for their own home gym. You know, you need bench press, for example, squat rack. These are things that not everyone has access to, unlike you and your fucking mansion here that you're probably renting.
Nobody else but you.
After the gym, this is my time to unwind.
More like behind. Could you have found a tighter pair of pants? I feel like I can see your asshole through these things. What are these, a size turbo small? Was this just the smallest pair they had available at Baby Gap?
This is my favorite part. I hop in the car and go for a long drive. Business is like a chess game. You always gotta be 3 moves ahead of your competition. So whether that's analyzing the market for new trends or a new business venture, going on these long drives allows me to think creatively and freely.
But only if you have a Lamborghini. If you don't have a Lamborghini, you have no right to be driving around on Jose's roads. Also, I don't really understand that. How the fuck is driving around aimlessly helping you in your business ventures? You are genuinely wasting time, which is one of the things you pledge never to do. It's not like you can get any work done while you're on the road except make idle calls every now and then at a stoplight, unless you're fucking texting while driving, which you shouldn't be. But anyway, this is a genuine waste of time by all definitions, just wildly, aimlessly wandering the roads doing fucking nothing.
If you keep walking by,
At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, all the work has been put in, it's time to relax. This is when you let your mind at ease. And for everybody, it could be different, whether it's hanging with friends or reading a good book. For me, it's a good cocktail. Meet up with some friends and innately call it a night.
That's where his day comes to its incredible, exhilarating conclusion, and then he plugs Essential one more time. I gotta say, what a fucking boring day-to-day routine. This dude does less than a day than a professional high school gamer. Like, this dude's day consists of getting up early to jog, work out, shower, eat, answer a couple emails, work out, go on a long drive, and then get a cocktail and go to bed. When the fuck do you do anything interesting or productive for your business? You hype yourself up as this crazy fucking guru CEO, and your day-to-day activities are genuinely doing nothing. I mean, I felt like this was just something that was supposed to woo me over if I matched with you on Tinder or something. This didn't feel like anything of any substance, and of course, shamelessly plugging your brand, which allegedly worked for you, so congrats on that front. But this is totally useless if anyone's trying to be motivated by your day-to-day routine. The only thing this teaches them is, hey, maybe get up early and work out. The most generic advice anyone could ever give anyone. It's just a silly fucking trend of videos. I don't know why rich YouTubers always like to do these day-to-day motivational video activity things. Makes no sense to me. Doesn't help anyone, and it's just shamelessly there to promote whatever merch they're working on. Just some dumb shit, that's about it. So yeah. Today, as I was perusing the popular tweets on Twitter, reading the inspirational platitudes from celebrities we all love, he's giving us such powerful statements like, bullying isn't cool, being nice is cool. I never used to be this incredibly rich, wealthy, and successful. I used to be not this super rich, wealthy, and successful, but then one day I said, I want to be rich, wealthy, and successful, so I went out and did it. What's your excuse, nerd? Stay lit. Bless 100. If someone pours milk into your cup, don't fuck with them because they're a mean person. They didn't even ask if you were lactose intolerant. Only care about nice people. Stay nice, don't be mean. And as I was fist pumping in agreement with these eye-opening statements, I came across one that was a little different. This one was pretty negative. It was about this woman's morning routine and how fake it was. And truthfully, I don't see what's fake about this at all. I mean, I also wake up every morning surrounded by $50 worth of helium heart balloons with a giant good morning sign and covered in a blanket of my own face, while also having a stack of tortillas that I'm trying to pass off as pancakes, just because I'm trying to pull a little practical joke on God. I want God to think I started my morning with pancakes, but that fucking idiot doesn't realize it's just tortilla wraps. Now let's go ahead and read this and get inspired. The best of days starts with a smile and positive thoughts, and pancakes. You're not fooling me, Scarlett. You may fool Penn and Teller with that trick, but I'm a bit sharper. I can clearly see those are tortilla wraps. Those are not pancakes. I don't understand why she's using a stunt double for pancakes here. They're really not that hard to come by. Maybe she was just very lazy, or she just doesn't like pancakes in general, but still, a stack of tortilla wraps, not fooling me. And strawberries. Can confirm those are real strawberries. Well, I can't confirm they're real. They might be plastic, but they at least represent actual strawberries. It's not a stand-in. And bottomless tea. My morning routine is now live on YouTube, and while I don't show you my real bed hair, trust me, it's not pretty, I do give you a little insight into how I start my day in a positive way. Well, it's a little sad that this isn't completely genuine. Everything else seems pretty normal, like a normal routine here, but if that's not a real bedhead, that's gonna take me right out of the immersion immediately. Head over to my stories for a swipe up link and let me know what you think. It features my morning habit of rinsing with Listerine Advanced White to help whiten my teeth. At Listerine UK Ireland, hashtag bring out the bold. This is a paid partnership with Listerine. Now, isn't this just hashtag relatable? Every good morning seems to start with a hard rinse of Listerine Advanced White to help whiten our teeth. Hashtag bring out the mold. Honestly, I can't even get out of bed unless I smell the strong aroma of Listerine Advanced White calling my name and gracing my nostrils. It's like a fly to a pile of dog shit. I just come running. I need to start my morning with Listerine Advanced White. So honestly, I'm confused why everyone thinks this is so fake and disingenuous. To me, this seems like a pretty standard morning routine. My room looks exactly... Sorry, I'm allergic to shitty set design. My room looks the exact same way. I've got balloons and good morning signs. I buy new roses every day to give myself in the morning, and I have a picture of eyes looking down on me while I sleep. It makes me feel safe.
Good morning and welcome to my updated summer morning routine. I know you guys loved my last one and I've since changed things around a little, including my room. The first thing I do when I wake up is make my bed.
No, you don't, Scarlett. Nobody does. You could create an android whose sole purpose was making the bed every morning, and it would slack on it. It would take days off. Nobody makes the bed immediately after waking up every single morning.
I love using Listerine Advanced White because it combats bad breath, lifts stains to give me whiter teeth, puts a protective shield onto my teeth to stop new stains from developing, and it has 3 powerful essential oils to reduce plaque and bacteria.
Now this part I absolutely believe. I think all of us out here start our mornings with Listerine Advanced White. We give a very thorough gargle plargle, that way we're able to coat all our teeth in the essential motor oils it comes with to prevent plaque buildup and anus breath. You don't want any of that running around. I mean, Listerine Advanced White is the only way to start your morning. If you don't start your morning with Listerine Advanced White, did you even wake up? Trademarked.
I wish I really had 3 Scarletts to help me through all those emails that I have to catch up on.
I truly don't think the world could handle 3 Scarletts in the same location. The narcissism would overload the fucking electrical power grid and cause some type of legendary blackout.
Breakfast is homemade granola, coconut yogurt, protein powder, and fruit. Sometimes I even add in a wheat biscuit too.
Holy fuck, Scarlett, your gluttony knows no bounds. A wheat biscuit? You got me fucked up. That would ruin my morning right there. You're wild. That's just fucking wild and wacky. But unfortunately, she left out the most important ingredient to her breakfast concoction. It's Listerine Advanced White. She also uses it as a substitute with her cereal. Listerine Advanced White. Use it on your food too.
My teeth are so much brighter since using Listerine Advanced White, so I'll take any excuse to smile.
Well, slap my fucking barber and color me pink. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that's not a genuine smile right there. She's just kind of putting that one on for the camera. There's really not a whole lot of passion behind that smile. But look at those pearly whites. You can only achieve it with Listerine Advanced White. I'll take any excuse to see teeth whitened by Listerine Advanced White. Fuck the morning routine. This is the Listerine Advanced White routine.
Next up is a quick scroll through my Instagram feed.
Far be it from me to question this bulletproof Listerine White ritual here, but why? Why do you just scroll through your own Instagram page looking at your own posts? That seems incredibly full of yourself. You're not even looking at comments or criticisms or anything. You're not even looking at anyone else's shit. You're just looking at the things you've posted.
It's time to start the day.
Well, I hope all of you losers now know how to start your morning like a successful person with Listerine Advanced White. I hope you've learned something from this inspiring morning routine, and hopefully you can be as productive as this with the help of Listerine Advanced White. That's it. See ya. This guy has a smile like that old Momo creepypasta picture, and he has been blowing up online because he's become a public spittoon for people to just spit in. He's like a 5-foot basketball hoop that people just can't help but dunk on. His name is NFT Nick.
They said Filecoin wasn't a buy at $5. They said D-Gods would get a $20,000 airdrop from Wormhole. They said Daniel Allegre is a great CEO. They said Bodogos isn't the top NFT project. Keep down. Look at us now.
This was his first video that really blew up because it really tingles something deep inside the soul of every viewer that just makes them want to bully him because it looks like he really needs it. He's just like a knuckle sandwich magnet, but verbally. So everyone said their piece about him being a turbo cringe loser, and that was that. He then made it his entire identity to continue this persona. I truly believe NFT Nick is just playing a character. I think this is all just rage bait. It's not real. I'm pretty sure he's just engagement farming because that's become so prevalent on Twitter since you can monetize your hit tweets now if you get a lot of engagement. So I think NFT Nick is just leaning into this to continue to try and farm that engagement, and it is working.
Yo, cheers to all the Twitter haters who said I don't own my Miami house. I'll have you know I had the staff load up my jet so I could fly out here to my New York City penthouse pied-à-terre. Anyways, while you're click-clacking on Twitter from your mom's basement, I'll be sitting here sipping from my $5,000 bottle of champagne. Remember, choose rich.
I threw you into the deep end of the pool here of NFT Nick lore, but I thought it was important so you could see his more modern attitude here, where he's leaning into like the extraordinarily wealthy douchebag angle. He got community noted because the bottle of wine he showcased is not actually $5,000, it's less than $85. And his whole personality, I think, is just fake on purpose to manufacture outrage and try and capitalize off it and make money from it. Which I think is kind of pathetic, and I don't think it's worth it. Now, of course, I'm not Fuckface's PR guy, I'm not his dad, I can't tell him how to live his life, but I don't think it's worth just being constantly humiliated by every single human being on the planet, because it's well known that Twitter engagements don't pay that well. You get pennies. You get less than pennies. You get fucking handfuls of dirt for millions of impressions. I don't know how much he made from all of this blatant engagement farming, but I have to imagine it wasn't a ton. Like, I bet he probably would have been able to make more money being a real birthday party clown as opposed to a Twitter NFT clown. It just doesn't seem like you're going to be making enough money for this to ever be worth the constant shame of this being your legacy.
I chose rich every time.
There's nothing more hilarious than a guy sitting next to "I chose rich every time" from a clearly rented house. He claims to own it, but his suitcase is right in the corner. So I guess he's gonna struggle to explain that one, why he hasn't unpacked in his own house.
Coffeezilla was wrong there. He did not struggle to come up with an excuse. He said it was from his staff packing his bags about ready to go on his private jet. So he has been very much leaning into this and thriving off of the controversy. And he's far from the only one doing this shit. It's become the norm on Twitter now to either spam porn advertisements for OnlyFans through like those ad posts that they're constantly doing. If you've seen these leaks, you're not going to heaven. Anyone seen this full video? Who's got this video? The internet was so much better before this OnlyFans leak happened. All of that garbage. It's that and then blatant rage bait farming. That's the main content you see on Twitter now, because all of it is geared towards just monetizing this shit. And engagements right now are the easiest one, because you just post some incendiary remarks or just like really over-the-top statements and get people to dunk on you for it, to shit on you for it, and you make a little bit of money from that. And you just keep rinse and repeating that process. And I think that's the whole shtick behind NFT Nick. Make these posts, hope people keep insulting you so that way you can keep farming it, and I bet the happiest part of his day is when he gets notified that his post has been community noted, because then he gets follow-up content that has guaranteed eyes on it, because everyone wants to see how you defend yourself when you get community noted. And then he just doubles down on it again and gets community noted further and lets that cycle just continue, so he gets more and more impressions, which translates to more and more Twitter ad rev. That's my theory behind it. Though I guess it is entirely possible that he is genuinely just an insufferable asshole.
Yo, shout out to the Twitter people praying for my downfall while saying my champagne ain't real. Keep questioning my life while you cry into your TV dinner, and my chauffeur brings me to $3,000 high tea service at Baccarat. Choose rich.
This was his follow-up video to the previous one where he got community noted about the champagne. Community notes really came for his scalp there, triple fisting him, debunking like 3 of the things he said here. But again, all of it, I'm pretty sure he does on purpose. So first they point out that they never said the champagne was fake, then they also point out that what he said about Baccarat is incorrect, and then they also mention that you can see the reflection of an Uber driver in his glasses. So he's not being chauffeured around or anything like that. And this was his response to that community note. The community note haters are in disbelief. I own a fleet of Ubers, but the poors wouldn't understand that concept. Felipe is my personal driver. Choose rich. So he adopted the choose rich as his slogan now, which is a pretty cool slogan, up there with the Lucky Charms one. They're magically delicious. But I think this post makes it painfully obvious that this is all satirical. It's so over the top, so outrageous, it can be nothing other than on purpose. Like, this isn't someone that's genuinely trying to convince people of their wealth or anything like that. This isn't their real attitude. It's all just a character they're playing. And I think the motive is obviously rage baiting for engagement, because he's being as abrasive as possible. He's being a huge douchebag, and everyone feels compelled to make fun of someone like that. And he makes a little bit of money when they do. So I think that's his whole hustle here. But again, I can openly admit that I could be totally wrong. He could actually just be an insufferable, delusional asshole. I don't know. But one thing I know for certain is he doesn't own a fleet of Ubers, because that would be fucking nonsensical. And also, he does not have a driver named Felipe. Now, it's entirely possible that Nick has a friend named Felipe who comes over for sleepovers occasionally, and they both giggle and touch each other's G-spot whenever they see the word blockchain mentioned in headlines. That could be real. Felipe could actually exist in Nick's life, but he is not his driver. That much is certain.
Good morning, haters. Yo, so y'all trying to say that my chauffeur is an Uber driver? Y'all keep hating while I kick off my week screening Scarface from my private movie theater in my New York City pied-à-terre. Remember, choose rich.
Nick's face makes him look like he's constantly on the verge of sneezing. It looks like he's just perpetually stuck looking at the sun and like scrunching his whole face in agony. But anyway, I figured I'd at least share his response to the Uber driver allegations. And for some reason, this video in particular, I can't get to load beyond this quality, so it looks like absolute dog shit. It looks like a YouTube video out of 2008. It's highly pixelated, and there's nothing I can do to change that, so I'm sorry about that, but I wanted to at least give you the complete Nick rundown here with that video response. Again, I'm almost 100% certain this is all just engagement farming, and, well, yeah, that's really about it. See ya.